Today on maxTV Magazine, we sample a wide variety of brews that this beautiful province has to offer and all of the incredible Saskatchewan ingredients that go into them. Hello and welcome to another edition of maxTV Magazine. I'm your host, Brad Grass. And today's episode is, well, it's a topic that's very near and dear to my heart. I know it's important to a lot of folks out there. It's about beer. Well, I mean, beverages in general, made right here in Saskatchewan. Because, I mean, come on, we know we've got the best ingredients on the planet, so where can you find better beverages? And that's why I'm here today. We're at Beer Brothers in Regina. I can't think of a better place to talk about beer than right here at Beer Brothers. And with this handsome fella right here, this guy's name is Matt. Hi, Matt.
Nice to meet you.
You too. Thanks for letting us be here today. Matt's got a very special title. He's not just some ordinary beer slinger behind the bar. No, sir. You are a...
I am first level Cicerone.
Now, what is a first level Cicero? Well, you probably are familiar with wine connoisseurs. What do you call those wine experts?
Sommeliers.
Sommeliers who pair your wines with your food. That's what Matt does, except he pairs beer with food, right?
Correct.
You might have noticed this glass here. This is called Rebellion, and this brew is actually made where?
Here in Regina. They're on Dewdney, just down the street from here, so they've been open for about 3 years now. Yeah, so this is their IPA. Everything you're getting in there, that's coming from the hops. The hops are giving you a really cool nose, giving you that kind of tropically floral citrusy
Yeah, that's
aroma.
what it is. Yeah, this. You know what? I mean, I'm sorry that you can't have a sample, but we'll do the next best thing. Let's take you now to Rebellion, right here in the Queen City, behind the scenes, and have a look at their process.
I'm Mark Heise, Vice President and Brewmaster with Rebellion Brewing. We're a craft brewery located here in Regina, Saskatchewan. We got our start as home brewers. This was a hobby for us. We learned how to make beer. We taught ourselves making it from scratch at home in our, on our stove tops. We started winning medals in amateur competitions across North America. Around that time, you know, in Saskatchewan, there wasn't a lot of other breweries in the market, and it just looked like a great opportunity, and we felt we had some skills and some success as brewers on the amateur level to make it happen. You know, I guess you could say I had the rebel attitude. I never liked drinking the same beer as everyone else, but I liked beer. And once I started home brewing, for me, I'm a very analytical person, but I'm also a creative person. And making beer, you get that perfect balance of arts and science, and that really hits home for me.
Hi, my name's Dave Holowaty. We're at Rebellion Brewing Company, and we just brewed some beer today. Today we brewed amber, but we brew all kinds of different beers. I mean, we brew 5 core brands all year round: blonde ale, lentil cream ale, oatmeal stout, India pale ale, and amber ale. And then we experiment all the time. We're always playing around with new recipe ideas.
Not saying we would try anything, but just about anything if it sounds like it might make a good beer. We've had, I would say we've had a lot of successes using different Saskatchewan ingredients. There's lots of great ingredients here grown here. Barley is obviously the most obvious one. We've done the lentils. What a lot of people don't necessarily realize yet is that there's a lot of amazing fruit grown and developed here. A lot of it's been developed by the University of Saskatchewan, so again, they've been developed right here locally. And the fruit is fantastic. It's one thing to say, well, we should eat it and drink it and support it because it's local. The fruit is amazing. The sour cherries that are developed here, they are the best cherries you can get anywhere. And do a taste test and you know, you'll agree.
For me, it's all about synergy. It's finding ingredients that work well together, that combine to make something greater than the sum of their parts. That takes a lot of practice and patience and experience. So ultimately, it's really about balance, and that's every ingredient you're using, not just a malt and hops balance, but even the specialty malts, how they're going to play with a certain hop variety you're going to use, and then how your yeast is going to interact with all of those, because you can use a different yeast strain and have a completely different beer.
We like to use the term a lot that we're a community-minded brewery. The one common thing we like to do is our community tap series, so we do at least 4 beers of those per year. We partner with someone else in the community to come up with a weird and wacky beer of some sort, and we ask that person to choose a local charity to give the money to. So again, we always view that's what Rebellion is about, is how do we add something extra onto the experience of just drinking a beer or just giving a charitable donation so that you get a tax receipt. There's always got to be that little extra value add, and that's what And that's why we say we're different than just being a local business, we're a community-minded business. In terms of our future-looking goals, we have big plans. You know, people are always wanting to pat us on the back and saying how amazing we are and how much beer we sell. And we should be proud of those accomplishments, and we have done a lot in a very short period of time. We also take the view that we've really done nothing and we've barely even started. Not to sound like we're bragging, but we want people around the world, when they think of Regina and when they think of Saskatchewan, we want them to think of Rebellion Brewing. It's important, I think, to think big, and that we can be more. And you know, I think that that's some of the things that have been lacking in Saskatchewan in the past. We refuse to take no for an answer, or we certainly refuse to take "we've always done it this way" as an excuse to not do something. So you can always just look forward to something new, something different, something wacky, but it's always going to be high quality and something that we're really excited about and want to share with everyone else.
The great thing about Saskatchewan is the variety of beers and brews that can be made. Matt, must make your job pretty difficult to try and follow the trends. It seems like there's a different flavor of the month every time you turn around. So using your expertise, what do you see in 2017 coming down the pipe for brews?
I think you're going to see historical beers make an appearance. I think lagers are going to start coming back in a big way. I think we're going to get away from a lot of these big in-your-face hoppy beers.
What's the difference between a lager and an ale?
Comes down to the yeast. One is ales are fast fermenting, quick, you know, they're warmer, whereas a lager is longer and cooler. Sometimes you can't even tell the difference between an ale and a lager.
Okay. So we're talking lagers are probably going to be pretty popular. Although I do like flavors. This past holiday season, there was something called a honey cinnamon liqueur that was made in Lumsden, I believe, Last Mountain Distillery. In fact, our next story, we take you there right now and take a look at the special ingredients that they use in their process.
Colin Schmidt, whiskey maker, founder, and I'm sort of the guy that comes up with all the neat ideas. Last Mountain Distillery is one of Saskatchewan's first micro distilleries. We started back in 2010 in our garage, and we've grown into this facility that you see behind us.
So our first year was absolutely insane. So our garage was actually about the size of this store. So it was about a standard 2-car garage, 24 by 24. It took us about 6 months to realize this is not gonna last. We built a single car garage next to our double car garage just to house bottles. Less than a year after we started, we met a guy who was interested in investing in a local business, and we built this 5,000 square foot building that we're in now, and we're currently in the process of adding on another over 3,600 square feet. So it's grown like crazy.
We'd previously made beer and wine at home, and I was a fan of whiskey. I was kind of intrigued with how to make it. So when I got in touch with my friend who was making vodka, it was kind of a natural step to start with vodka, an unaged spirit, and they say that once you learn to make vodka, you've kind of got the basics for learning how to make whiskey. For us, using local grains is very important. We're buying our grain from the Brewster farm in Earl Grey. So to have the relationship with the farmer and actually know that not only what you're getting for a raw ingredient is important, but where your money's going. One of the main products that you've heard of is our dill pickle vodka. We're pretty proud that we use local ingredients when we can. The big thing with that is that it's fresh, and we're also supporting local businesses.
I don't know if there's science behind this or not, but it seems like the less processing and the fewer hands there are between where your food is grown and where you're actually making it into a final product, the better, the more flavorful the product is. We're really passionate about producing really high quality products, so producing products that have all natural ingredients in them. So every product that we have, any one of them here, that has any kind of flavoring, you know is going to be an all natural, like locally sourced if possible flavor.
So when we're putting together something new, might stem from, an idea from an employee, suggestion from a customer, something that they're kind of looking for. And then it'll kind of go from there, whether it's making a small batch of it to test, tasting around the shop here, see if it's something that we want to go ahead with. And then once we do decide that's something we want to do, you kind of make that bigger batch and see if we can get it consistent and make sure it's going to be a high quality product that we're going to want to put out there to the public. All of our products are definitely handcrafted, so there's a lot of work that goes into it. I think it's touched like 17 times by the time it's put out to the customers, so There's a lot of pride that goes into each bottle. So the products we really like to source locally are definitely the grains that go into our whiskeys and our vodka as well as a lot of the vegetables and flavoring things that we use. For instance, our dill, our cucumbers that are brought in right from down the road. I think it's a really cool feeling getting to see somebody enjoy something that you made, and knowing that, you know, from start to finish you made that product and that they really enjoy that. We're very proud to use local ingredients, and I'm definitely very proud to work at Last Mountain Distillery.
Our goal is to produce high quality spirits for Saskatchewan and give customers amazing experiences when they come here. So we're looking to provide the customer with that amazing product that they're going to love every sip of and, you know, want to get to the very bottom of the bottle. Also, when they come here, have an amazing time. Go on a great tour, learn all about us, get your hands in the grain that we're using, learn all about the equipment that we're using, and then have a great time in our tasting room chilling out and sampling our products. So between the experience and the quality, that's really what we strive to be the best in our industry.
We've talked about the difference between lagers and ales, okay? Lagers seem to be, our guess, the upcoming trend for 2017. But what is a mead? I hear a lot of talk about meads. What's that?
Mead is actually a fermented, high alcohol honey product. So kind of like wine, but with honey instead of grapes.
Oh, wow. Yeah, because I've tried honey ales before, but I don't think I've ever tried a mead. What would be the main difference? Is it heavier or?
It's going to be higher in alcohol and usually a lot sweeter because they're adding, you know, fruit juices and fruits to kind of sweeten it up and count that honey a little bit.
What would the alcohol content be?
About 12 to 15%.
Oh, wow. Okay, so take it easy on your meads. But if you've never tried one, perfect place to go would be the Prairie Bee Meadery in Moose Jaw.
So we are very, very careful that what we're selling you is something that we're incredibly proud of. So the quality of the product that we produce is of vital importance. A tremendous amount of work and effort goes into the product. You think about this product, we have the fruits that we grow on our farm, we have the bees that are tended and cared for and that we harvest the honey from, and then we shepherd those inputs, the honey and the berry, right through to the bottle.
I'm Dennis Derksen, president of Grandpa's Garden, and we also are operating as Prairie Bee Meadery. Well, my favorite part starts in spring. I love to turn the soil. I love to smell the dirt. I love to watch things grow that we've planted. We do plant a lot of strawberries, 5 acres of raspberries that we planted, and those are producing quite well. We use a lot of them for wine, but also a U-pick. Our cherries, we have 1,200 trees of cherries.
Buying local means that you're supporting your local economy. It's one of the ways that we can diversify in Saskatchewan. I mean, Saskatchewan's really well known for exporting grain, but what about the other things that we can grow here? We can do phenomenal stuff here. So we're supporting the local community. We're reducing the carbon footprint. I mean, sometimes you're getting your strawberries, you know, 3,000, 4,000 kilometers away.
It gives you a really great feeling of pride and accomplishment to be able to, you know, present someone with this bottle and say, you know, this is ours, start to finish, and we're incredibly proud of it. We are hands-on every step of that process.
Myself, in the future, I see myself smuggling mead to Mexico or someplace, sitting on the beach.
When you buy local, you are supporting a better environmental solution. You get higher nutritional value from your fruits and vegetables, and you get better taste, quality. It reflects in the product that you make at the end of the day. So there's an awful lot of pride in what it is you have. We work with our local co-op store and bring produce in here as well. We're all interconnected. That's just the reality of how we live.
We entered 3 of our wines into a competition down in the States, an international competition called Drink Outside the Grape. And we entered our Melon Mist, our Strawberry Splash, and our Haskap Haven into that competition. And every single one of our wines brought home a medal, which was great. In addition to which, our Strawberry and our Haskap tied for best in class for mead, which is for us, I mean, it's a tremendous source of pride to have created a product that stands out, not just locally, but on a much larger stage as well.
Well, Matt, thanks a lot for educating us on Prairie Brews today. And I know here at Beer Brothers, there's an incredible selection, great menu too. And also you guys are active in the community. They do a lot of good in the community. You can find out all of that on your website, which is?
Beerbros.ca.
Beerbros.ca. Check it out. Make sure you stop by Beer Brothers when you're in the Queen City. And whatever you're sampling, whatever fine Saskatchewan brew you're sampling, do it responsibly. And thanks for joining us on another edition of maxTV Magazine.
If you have program ideas that you'd like to see on maxTV Local On Demand, write us at max.local@SaskTel.com.